Coming up during Eagle Eye News at 6, we take a look at some Auburn campus news, like the Goose Performing Arts Center opening back up and student and faculty prestigious award winners. Then, updates on the war against COVID-19 here in Alabama and nationwide, followed by the National Day and our Pet of the Week. All that and more coming up during Eagle Eye News at 6.
Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Jack Greenwald.
And I'm AJ Revera. Auburn University reported 6 new positive COVID-19 cases for the week of March 29th. This was a significant drop from the 24 reported the week prior and a return to COVID numbers on the lower side for the university. The university's voluntary sentinel testing program reported 524 conducted tests for that same week with a positivity rate of 0.2%. That is the same rate recorded with the week prior, with about 60 more tests conducted the week of March 29th. In addition, Lee County has reached a total of 8,655 confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 6,825 probable cases. Those cases have resulted in 101 confirmed deaths and 64 probable deaths.
The Jay and Susie Gouge Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is set to reopen this month with outdoor concerts at the amphitheater at the City of Auburn Lawn and Porch following a 13-month hiatus of live in-person performances. The center, adhering to strict safety guidelines, including the use of physically distanced seating, will present a series of 6 sold-out performances from its inaugural and second seasons that had been postponed due to public health concerns arising from the COVID-19 pandemic. Artists featured in the Gouge Center's Spring 2021 performance lineup include Zakir Hussain and Masters of Percussion, Jazz at Lincoln Center, Dover Quartet, and Bridget Kibbe, and more.
This week, Auburn University announced the recipients of the prestigious Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award for the year of 2021. Political science professor Stephen Brown and College of Science and Mathematics students William Ilanio and Meredith Sylvia have accepted the award that highlights nobility of character and respectable qualities. Professor Brown is the Morris Savage Endowed Chair for the Department of Political Science and this year's exemplary faculty member chosen to receive the award. Ilanio is a biomedical sciences major that serves as president of Campus Kitchens and is a saxophonist in Auburn's marching band and saxophone jazz band. Sylvia is an organismal biology major that was part of the 2018, 2019, and 2020 honor roll, all while being a member of the gymnastics team and a research volunteer in Belize, where she studied marine wildlife.
Are you prepared to handle your real-life finances after graduation? Set yourself up for success and learn how to tackle student debt, manage debt, save money, and maximize your resources after college in the Let's Talk Money seminar with renowned financial literacy coach Eric Smith. Smith has provided financial wellness sessions to more than 125,000 college students, thousands of professional athletes, and corporate employee groups. Auburn students and new alumni can register for the event and submit questions to Smith in advance. Open to all spring graduates and recent Auburn graduates, the session will be hosted virtually on Tuesday, April 6th from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Hosted by the University Career Center and Regions Bank, the free seminar is part of the university's program to provide students with important practical skills for life after college, including financial literacy.
Community members are invited to nominate their favorite tree for the City of Auburn's new Outstanding Tree Awards. Managed by the Landscape and Sustainability Division, the awards celebrate Auburn's beautiful urban forest and its stewards. Those interested in nominating a tree are invited to share their story about the tree along with a photo by April 16th. The Auburn Tree Commission will evaluate submissions and announce a winner during the week of April 26th. The winning entry will capture the importance a tree can have and the role trees play in making Auburn the loveliest village on the plains. Nominations can be submitted at auburnalabama.org/trees/awards. When we come back, Governor Ivey announced her new Safer Apart order, and there were multiple Alabama shootings over the weekend. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. Wednesday morning, Alabama Governor Kay Ivey announced their decision to transition the state from an amended Safer at Home order to a new Safer Apart order. In this third phase of pandemic health orders, masks will no longer be mandated statewide, but will remain strongly encouraged along with social distancing. In response to the new order, local governments in Birmingham, Gadsden, and Montgomery have passed mandatory mask mandates for their respective cities. Auburn University announced today that masks will still be required indoors but will only be strongly encouraged outdoors. The Safer Apart and Auburn University mask order will become effective 5 p.m. Friday, April 9th, and last until 5 p.m. on Wednesday, May 5th.
This past weekend, there were two separate Alabama shootings that took place in Birmingham and Tuscaloosa. Multiple people were injured early Saturday morning after shots were fired in the Temerson Square area of downtown Tuscaloosa. According to police, at least 5 were injured. 23-year-old Joshua Marquise Costin and 22-year-old Joe Nathan Brothers Jr. were arrested and charged with 4 counts of attempted murder, 1 count shooting into an occupied building, 3 counts of shooting into an unoccupied vehicle, and 3 counts of shooting into an unoccupied building. Bond for both suspects has been set at $360,000.
The next day at Birmingham Park, a woman was killed and 5 others, 4 of those children, were seriously wounded in a shooting that started with an argument between 2 groups of men. More than 30 shots were fired. Fortunately, all surviving victims have been listed as stable. No arrests have been made, with police believing multiple shooters to be involved and asking for help from anyone with information.
A motion to revoke the bond of 18-year-old Johnson Taylor, the teen charged in connection with the deaths of Rod and Paula Bramlett, was filed last week following a positive test for alcohol consumption by Taylor. The test indicated previously heavy drinking 1 to 3 days before testing or recent light drinking within the past 24 hours. Taylor's defense attorneys objected to the motion, complaining the positive results were due to consumption of allergy medicine by the defendant. This would be the second time Johnson Taylor would have had his bond revoked since his indictment by a Lee County grand jury on 2 counts of manslaughter as an adult in January 2020.
Governor Kay Ivey announced that beginning April 19th, all Alabamians aged 16 and older are eligible to receive the COVID vaccine.
I'm announcing that every Alabamian 16 years of age and older will be able to receive the vaccine starting Monday, April 5th. This vaccine is our ticket back to normal. And y'all, we're getting so close to getting COVID-19 in the rearview mirror. And until then, we need to keep wearing our mask, use common sense, use personal responsibility, and use your common sense that the good Lord gave you.
When we come back, the U.S. achieved a milestone, and vaccination and reasons for golf star Tiger Woods' crash have surfaced. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. In record-breaking fashion, over 4 million COVID vaccines were administered in a 24-hour period last weekend, according to the CDC.
More than 4 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in a 24-hour span, according to the CDC Saturday. That is a new record. It brings the 7-day average of shots in arms to more than 3 million per day. 161 million doses have now been administered in the United States, with more than 59 million Americans now fully vaccinated. With the surge of coronavirus cases being reported in places like Michigan, health officials are hoping the pace of vaccinations will outpace the spread of the virus. Michigan just reported its highest case count of new COVID-19 cases since December, with 80.
As COVID numbers continue to drop, the Centers for Disease Control announced Monday an update to their travel guidelines for Americans fully vaccinated.
With the daily number of U.S. air passengers climbing higher, new CDC travel guidance.
We now have several newly released studies documenting the real-world effectiveness of COVID-19 vaccines.
The CDC now says people who are fully vaccinated against COVID-19 can travel with low risk to themselves, with precautions like mask wearing. Within the U.S., those passengers can travel without taking a COVID-19 test or quarantining after their trip. The agency discourages unvaccinated Americans from traveling, but says those who must should get tested 1 to 3 days before their trip and again 3 to 5 days after. The CDC director says she's still recommending against non-essential travel overall, noting that the number of new cases of the virus continues to tick up.
Too many Americans are acting as if this fight is over. It is not.
And public health experts warn against doing too much too soon.
We can just continue to exercise some of the cautions that we have been so good at for the last year, plus continue to ramp up immunization. We really should get ahead of this by the summer, but we're seeing that we are still on a razor's edge with this thing.
The The CDC says all Americans, even fully vaccinated, should continue wearing masks, social distancing, and avoiding crowds. In Washington, I'm Karen Kefa.
Major League Baseball announced earlier this week that it would be moving its All-Star game out of Atlanta due to Georgia's controversial new voting bill. The bill is set to put new restrictions on voting and has drawn enough ire for the MLB to relocate the big game to Denver, Colorado. Rather than an All-Star game at Truist Park that was expected to give an Atlanta area businesses a big boost following what was a difficult pandemic, it will be a July 13th event at Coors Field in Denver. The All-Star Game is expected to attract nearly $200 million to the state's economy.
The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department says Tiger Woods' crash was caused by excess speed and unsafe driving for road conditions. Officials say Woods
The golf
was traveling
legend suffered
over 40
serious
miles per
injuries
hour above the speed limit.
After crashing his car in Southern California on February 23rd. Sheriff Alex Villanueva says Woods was driving up to 87 miles per hour. The car struck a tree at 75 miles per hour and went airborne before coming to a stop. Investigators say Woods likely mistook the gas pedal for the brake since no braking was detected. They did not seek a warrant for blood tests because there was no evidence of impairment or intoxication. Woods says he was not drinking or under any medication. The speed limit on that road is 45 miles per hour.
Nice.
When we return, Eagle Eye's Jenny Jordan has an Auburn sports update that you won't want to miss. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Jenny Jordan here with your update on everything in Auburn sports. After winning just one of their 3 games this weekend, Auburn baseball looks to get in the win column more often as they return to Plainsman Park this weekend for a 3-game series against Mississippi State. Game 1 will be up Friday at 6, Game 2 will be Saturday at 2 p.m., and the series finale will be Sunday at 2. The Tigers have not faced Mississippi State since they lost to the Bulldogs in the 2019 College World Series. Softball is back in action this weekend as well, traveling to Texas A&M for a 3-game series. Auburn is coming off a tough showdown at Jane B. Moore Field last weekend with the conference standings leader Arkansas. The Razorbacks swept the 3-game series, but pitcher Shelby Lowe continued her dominating effort in the circle with another double-digit strikeout performance in conference play to become just the 5th Auburn freshman in program history to record 100 strikeouts in a season. Auburn Soccer is coming off a dominating 3-0 win over South Alabama and will have the week off before capping off the season against Virginia Tech next weekend. The Tigers are on a 4-game winning streak and look to go out with a win in hopes of attending the NCAA tournament. Haley Whitaker and Sarah Houchin were honored by Top Drawer Soccer this week because of their performances on Saturday. Houchin was named to Team of the Week and Whitaker was an honorable mention honoree. This is the 4th straight week and the 5th time this spring an Auburn Tiger has earned Top Drawer Soccer honors. This is the 2nd time for both Houchin and Whitaker. Auburn Equestrian looks to close out their season with another trophy as the team will head to Waco, Texas for the 2021 National Collegiate Equestrian Association Championship. The 3-day meet will begin April 15th through April 17th in the Extraco Event Center. The Auburn Equestrian team earned the top seed for the 2021 NCEA Championship. Auburn's quest for its 3rd straight national title starts Wednesday, April 15th as the Tigers face number 8 Baylor, fellow Southeastern Conference opponents Georgia and Texas A&M are seeded number 4 and number 5. In the world of football, Brian Harsin sent out an email to students earlier this week inviting them to attend a free open scrimmage this Saturday that Auburn football is hosting for students, faculty, and staff. Harsin said this is a sneak peek to the team prior to A-Day that will be next weekend, April 17th. Gates to the stadium will open at 10:45 a.m. and people must enter through Gate 8, which is on arena side of Jordan-Hare Stadium. Drills will begin at 11 a.m. and the scrimmage begins at 11:30. Seating will be available in sections 1 through 11 and mask and social distancing are required. That is all we have for sports tonight, but for more Auburn sports, follow us at our Twitter, EagleEyeTV_sports, and check out our website at eagleeyeauburn.com. I'm Jenny Jordan, and we're Eagle.
back to Eagle Eye News at 6. If you're struggling with a problem and are looking for help from other internet users, things may be about to get more difficult for you. Yahoo announced this week that the over 15-year-old internet forum Yahoo Answers would be shutting down this year. Beginning April 20th, the forum will be going read-only in its transition to closing. So if you have any urgent questions, now is the time to ask online. Users will then have until June 30th to download any content that you want to keep before it is lost into the internet abyss forever. Yahoo said that it's planning to shift its focus to other products that better serve its members.
Any day is a good day to visit the zoo, but it's an especially good day to visit one on Thursday, April 8th. It's National Zoo Lovers Day, a day used to encourage people to visit their local zoos. Make sure to post your pictures using the National Zoo Lovers Day hashtag. If you can't visit in person, no worries. There are plenty of virtual zoos and zoo webcams you can check out. Of course, you can always make a donation to observe the day. And here's a fun fact for you. There are 350 zoos in the United States, almost enough to visit a different one each day of the year.
Spring is here and it's time to smell the flowers. Actually, forget all the other flowers. Daffodil is ready for you to pick her and take her home with you. This cute, chunky pup loves everyone she meets and is quite the energetic player. She enjoys exploring her surroundings and would love to have a friend to play with. Daffodil is 2 years old, unaltered, vaccinated, and microchipped. She's heartworm negative and is $115 to adopt. Apply for her today. We're out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm AJ Revera.
And I'm Jack Greenwald. Thank you for watching, and War Eagle.